So we had one of these Danish side chairs come into the shop, and they had their own webbing, which you can get on the internet. It's a herringbone webbing that's used for these Danish chairs. And they couldn't do it themselves, but I want to show you guys how to do it. I'm just going to replace one of these I'm going to replace two, but I'm going to show you on one. And believe it or not, the hardest part about these is taking the old webbing off, because oftentimes the staples get compromised with rust, and we'll turn it over to show you the best way to do that. Okay, so I'm replacing this one in the middle with their own webbing. So what we're going to do, that one's already cut. I'm going to cut this one over here. Okay, then we're going to turn it over to see what we're up against as far as taking the staples out. So I'm just going to feed this through here, the one I got cut, and feed this one through here, the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the reason I cut that is I want to use my webbing as leverage to take the staples out. And my past experience with these is the staples break and everything else when you go to do that. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to take my side cutters, which I love. Okay, I'm going to try to show you. See if I can just turn it this way to show you. And what I'm going to try to do is a roll method. Oh, beautiful. I'm so happy to see this. It's coming out pretty good. I can even yank it. Sometimes, believe me, they're not all like that. That was an easy one. See, oftentimes you're pulling these, they're rusted out for some reason, they rust. And you're left with a real problem because the webbing shreds. And then what you have to do is clip off all of the staples and then hem the back end usually, if you just can't get them all. So let's see if it's lucky on the other side. Twist. The reason I'm twisting is I don't want to damage any of the wood, because these are really nice chairs. You don't want to. Yeah, this one came out nice too. Oh boy, am I lucky. Okay, so this one left a few staples, but they're easy to get. Okay, great. So now let's turn it back up. And we're going to take out the piece of webbing, right? And now I want to tell you that when these were first put on, they're much tighter than this. But when you're replacing just one or two, you can't make these tight. In my opinion, you have to leave them as loose as this one. Okay, because it's going to look awfully odd if this is pulled tight, and it's going to have a bad effect actually on the overall seat. So I'm just going to try to put them on with the same tension. Okay. So these are herringbone. If you really want to be fussy with the herringbone, you want to cut the end off. You do have to cut these, pre-cut these. Okay, just make sure you have enough. So I'm just measuring to see where this is going to go, and you need a fold. You need this folded over in the end. So I'm coming out through here to show you. It's about an inch more. Okay. And I'm going to overcut it just a little bit. Alright. So if you really want to get fussy with the herringbone, these herringbone webbings have either point up or point down. And sometimes I've noticed on the real Danish furniture, they actually pay attention to that. So you might want to too. So my points up are going this way. So I'm gonna start my weave. Okay. So let me just start that again. So this is over, under, over, under, over, and under. Finishes under. Okay, that's going to come around. Just going to put this in through here. We're not using any stretcher or anything else. We're doing this by hand. Okay, so. Unfortunately, for all you people who don't have a pneumatic staple gun, you cannot do this with tacks. You can try, but I don't think it can be done with tacks. So what I'm going to do is, I need at least 3/4 of an inch to fold under, up at the top. Try and neaten it as much as you can. Try not to have the ends coming through. And then you want to staple it. What I'm doing is I'm putting 8 staples all together. Okay, just to show you, this is what I did. Okay, I'm going to turn it back up again just to see. We're going to thread this one. Now I overcut them. If you really want to get an exact measurement, I wouldn't suggest doing an exact measurement on these, actually. I would suggest that I oversized this a little bit too much. But you want to save this webbing, it's expensive. So what I would do is I would cut it 3 inches bigger than what you'd think. Measure from, let me just show you. So take your tape measure, put it in, measure from here all the way to the other side to here where it's folded, and then add 3 inches to that. Okay, that's the safest way to do these. I find that if you go really close to the measurement, sometimes you don't have enough to stretch, or it's not enough at all for some reason. So you should leave yourself a little bit more. So I'm just going to turn this way just to show you what I'm doing here. So like I said, I think I cut this a little bit. I was a little too generous with that. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a hand pull. And now if I were doing this, all of it, this would be getting really cranked up like this. But what I'm doing is I'm just pulling it taut. Because like I said, I don't want it to be too tight because it will look odd with the other ones that are already loosened just a little bit with seating. So what I'm going to do is you can take a pencil if you want and put a line there. But you know, if you're not confident enough, I'm going to go about 1 inch beyond that. Okay, now the hard part about this is that you have to get your fold and stretch it at the same time. Now, if you were going to be stretching this to begin with really tight, what I would recommend that you do is pull this tight and get some pin tacks. Pin tacks is a useful tool, you know, the halfway in tack, and then do your fold work from there, and then undo the pin tacks. But because this is a hand stretch, I can do everything at once. And I'm just going to staple it. I'm going to make sure that I'm even as I can be, and my ends are tucked in. You don't want to see the ends. If you can help it. And there you go. So there you go. We replaced a herringbone webbing on a Danish chair. So hope that was a help, and I'll see you next time.